Good day. Today we have our last part of the main course, Working in the Flow, lecture number 3, Way Out of the Flow. Goal of lecture: learn to complete work correctly and maintain mental health for future projects. For we don't die after first our masterpiece and move forward all our life. Plan: professional attitude to business. It's all not done yet. I'm tired. It's rubbish. I need to leave immediately. It won't let me go. Bonuses and now carrots. How much can you accomplish in a lifetime? In your lifetime. Part 1, professional attitude to business. So we talk here about people who can make money, want to make money from their talent, from their craft. Create your own style. Highly recommend you. Your features, then your philosophy, your influence, and your culture. Your culture is the level of Michelangelo. Or find yourself in your craft. If in commerce the search for an easy way is the main goal, then in creativity everything is far from so simple. However, no one refuses ease. So if you find your way, you dig in deep, develop your own pitch. You must find your pitch and at the same time create a product that will have the highest possible ratings. Moreover, cost in monetary terms of your product is far from being in the first place. You must surprise, make think, feel with emotions. The emergence of your own style will make it easy to create new works. You will simply be able to create things in your own way. Try again, try to do better. Creative work is a challenge to others. If people like what you do, they will quickly recognize your work. Your market value will increase. And you will sense more pleasure from your life. Don't lower your pitch level. Sometimes we have next situation. I don't want to write it down here. Let's take an early construction. Overall, it will be good. Good. Let's simplify. Why do you need this torment? Even if you are making a commercial order where time is money, still maintain your band. How you perform the thing, you will be judged as a master. Having lowered the level of work once, you will do it again a little later. After you grow will stop. It's better to give yourself a rest, resolve the troubling issue, and then you can continue. But you must not lower the quality of your work never. In modern conditions, this factor will be decisive. Your level of performance is your brand. Add value to your family name with every order. Don't give a chance laziness, emotions, and illnesses win. Success is necessary. Don't give up. Don't whine. Fight every day. Finish chapters, stages, get milestones, move forward. I told about fight, about wrestling. We must constantly push your work in forward to the finish line. Invent reasons to walk, not the other way around. After furiously fighting for 4 hours, eat, for example, a banana. You deserve this banana. Yes, you are a winner. And there is also an apple in the refrigerator. Eat it too. Periodically remember what you should achieve. What exactly should your reader or viewer feel at the end? A pro cannot afford downtime. If everything is really bad today and work isn't going well, so throw out the trash, go to the store, find your cat in your house, and it seems you have a second half of a day. Each completed stage is a small victory. Each completed project is a solid step from which you can push off to rise higher. That's why we must finish our work. I am currently working at the desk. So I talk about situation when author don't give the things somebody. Nobody know about great author of a modern era. Show your work someone at least. Feedback is important. Don't think what you need. Pick up all your thoughts in the table, and then after your death your relatives find great examples of human thoughts. I can work only for 2 hours when I have headache. Have lunch and work for another 2 hours. My environment is highly competitive. In this case, climb to first 1/3. You will always have orders. And don't think about stars. Don't think about middle level or higher than middle level. In the end, you cannot rise more than your talent inside you. When we talk about upper 10%, we talk about really about talent. So only in this case already your stubborn, your force already not so important if we compare this feature with talent. First, the public recognize you through creation your style. If you are not public, get customers to talk about you through high quality. This is the foundation, what will allow you to receive orders for a long time. Completed projects provide both confidence and a sense of significance. Don't allow a fast glory to drown out the talent. Stay hungry for new challenges. Compete with yourself in the past. So every next thing must be better than thing in the past. Sometimes we have next. It's all not done yet. I think exist people who constantly want to do better. In creativity, you can do better infinity time. All your life you can polish one wood handle. So, here we describe main situation. I have reached the end. This is a peak stuff. Brilliant. No one can repeat this. I am deity. Give yourself some words about your patience, about your force, about your talent. It's useful when you reach the end. This is your paradise, this is your celebration. It's better if you don't know what a month now. Here we talk about longevity, and if you deep into your thing so deeply what you can't recognize never around you, it's not right way. Remember your feelings at the moment when you typed the last period. The euphoria and awarenesses of having done it's wonderful. It's part of the reward for the work. However, if you realize what you are squeezed because after a moment of joy you are freeze up for 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, your way of working is destructive. You would have done the same volume only a little later, and at the same time you would not have to look detachedly at the members of your household for some time, who for some reason open their mouths, but at the same time no sound reach you. This is natural life in an aquarium. They are wonderful, my relatives, but I am normal. I'm okay. I'm still normal. Does the Lord. So, often when we rise, when we come to finish line already, we sense high weight from work what we already done, and here pay attention to your inner health. Don't push yourself with in forçage regime. Work in your typical schedule, 4 hours per day. Sometimes you will be wish work 8 hours, maybe 10 hours, but such method kill you in your future. You have time period for your work, and please work inside this period with maximum effectiveness, and then stand up and go out of your table, of your desk. How to identify weakness sites. Pay attention for volume, the concept, the beauty of the ending. Run your work through logic. Is theme building the way you want? Ask yourself often why. If you don't like a place, think about an alternative, especially if you have time for it. If you know what a leader in your segment and your colleagues and critics have repeatedly told you about this, then you will not be envied, since you will have to work hard in order to get a quality what matches your high level. But in the end is a masterpiece as always. You are awesome. If you are solid middle peasant, analyzing your work, try to remove all the rough edges. Your customer should be crying with delight on your shoulder. Show your work to experts in your field and those who can reasonably evaluate it. Reviews from editors and publishing houses sometimes become a revelation. You can write what about yourself some thoughts. I have couple examples when I sent my thing into publishing house, and then I got answer, I got analysis of my book where I find unpleasant things. This is true. Sometimes you create something and you think this is absolutely perfect thing, but another people have their own opinion. If this is your first or even 10th job, then after finishing the main part, you should take a break for at least 2 to 3 days. Your head should get significant rest time. After resting, become to first critic and connoisseur your project. So we talk about work in the end of our theme. Criticize, collect feedbacks from others. What to do with rejected ideas? After you have finished your project, often we have a temptation to add some pieces from were refused in process. In most cases, your supplements will be irrational. One of the reasons why you need to give your brain a rest before criticize yourself is because it needs to forget the details. Freshness of perception must return to you. It's unlikely that you will find a place for your rejection fragments during the adjustment process. If you really like your finds that cannot be interested into a composition, you can save them for future work. It's better to come up with something new. Such way you will develop yourself. I don't honestly I don't like save something parts and be like a collectioneer and pick up all my fragments and try use them in the future. Why? Because I sooner find something new decision than I will remember what I did in the past. Here some situation when you return to some branch of your book or your cinema and you have headache. So don't think what you must spend many time. If this is small problem, so for small problem you have 5 minutes. And you must during these 5 minutes solve it and move forward. Don't freeze. Big ideas sometimes they grow up in your hand again, but sometimes the idea is perfect, but you cannot realize, create this because you understand what is weak for people, weak for modern viewer. So if you want, write them down, else forget about them. Next situation, I have 10% left until the end, but I cannot, I am dry. I already talked about it, and here you must be careful. Review what happened, catch the wave again, and come to the finish line. I got bogged down in edits and now it's something disgusting. I don't like it. Yeah. Here our risk, here our talent of creator. But in this case, I think you choose a 2-3 manner of work. You need to be more purposeful. So sometimes your behavior when you sit at the table, similar small child who runs with a cup of water across along the room and pour out the water on walls, on floor, and you have enjoy and bright colors around you. In the end, such behavior give you a set of mistakes. I don't want to take anything for myself. Tune off genius mode, tune on the corrector mode. Neither way. Especially if you have infinity ambitions and you're new young creator and you already have 1 million subscribers in your YouTube or Instagram. You stay great while you do your work clearly and with high quality. Drop the quality, call a crisis of some author. Large projects require full attention. Be prepared to run through the theme several times for identify shortcomings. Mistakes shouldn't hurt. You found them, you correct them, nice. You are preparing for show of your large unique ideal theme, your masterpiece. Work goes on as usual. What as it should be. Only I talk with you about critical moment when your inner forces already not enough for finishing your book before the end. Take break, maybe and search how you rest. I recognize what you will try finish as soon as possible. But after 2 or 3 fast finish, you understand what I was right. I'm tired. It's rubbish. It's crap. I'm hitting the wall. I'm standing. My head is empty. This is stupid. I haven't energy. It's turned out sloppy. I hate myself. All the states we meet when we come to the end. We yet not finished, but we in deep pit. And here best way have nice plan before, but sometimes your initial plan changed and you must find some unique way for your readers or viewers. And here we get highly important and thin moment in creation your masterpiece. Rest and find place where melody was broken. If you find yourself in a groggy state, especially after you have done 70 or 80 percent of work, don't stop the project no matter how tired you are. Go back to your original plans. I talk here what don't break, don't forget about your thing. Hard place, some mistakes, sometimes you will see not logical acts. Remove mistakes and continue. Go back to your original plans, reread, review the material, regain your sense of the entire structure. Find the moment when the project began to go astray or began to lose originality. Go back to the beginning, and from there try to catch your melody, your mood again. When you create, for example, comedy, I have experience when I wrote books with element of humor, only elements of humor, not absolutely funny, but sometimes I hope my readers got enjoy. So there in conversations, highly important sense circumstances, sense situation, and when what people must talk to each other. Importantly, it needs to talk about reaching the finish line. This is one of the most difficult stages, a place in which all the previous material must converge into one point, from which a moment later a ray of light bursts out and leads the reader or viewer to ecstasy. So beautiful of the end, this main task during creation of your book or your cinema. Leading the audience to the ending is extremely important. Here you need to be patient and attentive. It's possible that you will need to spend considerable time giving the main act a finishing form. To do this, you will need both energy and moral and volitional qualities. Talent here in this point appear in as main part of your working process. Give your family, your pet, the word. What methods can help you? Sometimes you talk with yourself. Be smart and finish it. When you already created 19%, you can't, if you stop and break all your process, it's stupid. In the end, you will read your book your children. I promise, but I don't swear. No, I swear. Trust me, I will reach the finish line. told a writer when he comes to aquarium with fishes. Responsibility to others will push you. Maintain interest in work. If it's hard for you to carry the burden alone, tell your girlfriend or boyfriend what are you doing, provided what you feel comfortable with someone other than you will know what you are doing. The next time you meet this person, he or she may ask you, "So, how's your project going?" And you, I did everything, thank you. If it's simply impossible to get ready for work, remember this state, analyze the workload what you had until this moment. Maybe you took the pace too fast for yourself. Learn a foreign language, consult your collection of cards or postage stamps, do something physical work. Vigor will return without any doubt. If your business, creativity business, so bad what you cannot move forward, okay, give you break. But don't go away too far from your desk. And give your vote to your cat or dog. Cat better. It's unbearable to sit here anymore. Hire typesetter, hire painter, hire editor, hire researcher. Forward. If you are just overwhelmed and the project is going hard, although you still see potential in it, look for outside help. You can't be replaced as an author, but you can work with someone in cooperation. If you are a writer, hire someone to do your typing. You will have a responsibility to him. You will agree on some kind of work schedule, right? If you need to find some material, pay some money, give the job to a student. You will again have responsibility, as you will need to justify the money spent. Sometimes a change of condition is good, but not only for every man, but sometimes good. If you depend on your own desk and the unique, familiar spots on your monitor screen, what have already become part of design, then don't change anything. But it's worth trying once. Maybe you will like working in your place. To the village, to the wilderness, for example. About me, I don't think what I sense some useful stress for continuing working. I like sit at my desk. But exist people who can create lay in a bed sometimes. I don't know how, but they can. Somebody have the working process in a beach. For me, it's abnormal, but for them it's okay. Outside help and or a change of environment. Change environment. are exhausted on halfway. Usually you will exhausted 1/3 of way, but with experience you will be unkilling man with thick armor. You set a serious task, reduce your load during the day, but if you see what you can develop your serious task, so don't stop. In this case, you can jump to a level which don't achieve main part of people. If you already done 50%. I'm confused. Lots of contradictions. Write the problems on paper. Start eliminating them one by one. Absolutely. I promised to submit the work a month ago. Here the main thing is what this does not become usual practice. Otherwise, customers will stop cooperation with you. But you don't need to push yourself too hard. Move forward at your own pace. Leave some reserve time during negotiations. So, be honest with your buyer. Explain why you can shift finish line, shift your terms, because this is art. And sometimes you must have time for thinking. If they don't believe you, show them my lecture. Reserve time during negotiations. Slight conclusion. The ability to set yourself up for work day after day needs to be developed. You can use different motivations. For many people, the very fact that you will sooner or later reach the end and do something unique is a strong incentive. If the project is really big and patience begins to fade, then it's worth analyzing what has been done, giving yourself a short unplanned rest of 1 or 2 days. So if you have your weekend and plus 1 day, for example, inviting an assistant and or changing the environment. With time you will be mentally prepared for the accumulation of fatigue, a state of indifference, attenuation, lack of understanding of what is happening, loss of clarity. You will learn to understand yourself. You will recover in time and avoid feeling completely empty. Highly important, avoid feeling completely empty. Remember, sprinters, when they finish, sometimes we see how they lower their speed in front of finish line. Maybe they can show higher results, but they brake, increase their speed, and sometimes significantly remove forces. Why? They don't spend their storage completely. They save some energy for another starts. Under no circumstances should you allow yourself to become depressed when will too hard. Stop, analyze, catch the melody again, and move forward. We wait next part, we wait next part. Next part I need to leave immediately. Sometimes obstacles throw out us from our comfort, and we must have business trip, for example. No food in refrigerator. You must drive to a storehouse, shop. Sometimes so dirty in your house, you must have cleaner work. Sometimes children, sometimes moving something from one place to another place. Yeah? But writers and painters don't like such breaks. We constantly create our new things. We are creators. Have no time for creation, thinking pauses. Thinking pauses. If you are forced to wait in line or in a public transport, if you simply don't like what you have to do, then you can distract yourself by thinking about your project. In the fresh air, in a different environment from work, you can find interesting solutions. Sometimes it's happened. Don't get upset when you are interrupted. Treat your responsibilities as relaxation through a change of activities. During periods of not too hard intellectual work, the head rests. The necessary energy accumulates. You can move far forward thanks to during breaks. I'm on a business trip. So, there is a reason to break away from work, new experience along the way. Finally, I will visit my relatives. Sometimes it's your business purpose of your business trip and your relative in one place. There is one museum there, and I really need it. So you find something where you can spend your time not only for business but for yourself. And then return to your art. If your schedule allows it and your main job is not 110% loaded, then you can find 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening to sit at your laptop, in front of your laptop. If the load is heavy, then you have a great opportunity to get distracted. If you wish, you can make some sketches and transport. Maybe you want to read someone's work or get acquainted with scientific works what are useful for you. These techniques do not require strong concentration. Reflection on your project is a good way to shift your focus from the responsibilities of your work to the creative work, what you simply enjoy doing. I think good practice when you find 1 hour morning, 1 hour evening. I have such experience, and I have experience when I done my basic job and returned to my apartment, and then I spent about 2 hours in the evening for creation my new book. Such way I created, for example, my book Symbiosis, and it's a positive experience for me, and I hope you will use such way for in your life too. Sometimes we have next situations. I have business, seminars, love. We need to make money. Yeah, go. Don't think about creativity. I need to study. You need. I want to spring. I want to love. And sometimes I want to forget myself under a palm tree. I love yogi. I love weed. And don't disturb me. There are circumstances that we cannot overcome, and then a break is justified. In this chapter, we are talking about those things what you can completely regulate. Your attempt to push aside a development project using different reasons may indicate either what is going hard and you want to just leave it, or what has lost relevance. When it's hard, common rest can help. But if you not believe in success anymore, then only practice can tell you the right decision. Some things take a lot of effort, and then if you not finish the project, this is extremely wasteful. Essentially, end of the process without completed task is a failure. Downs, of course, make you smarter, but it's better to avoid them. It's possible what you have taken on a task what is currently beyond your capacity. If you feel inside yourself the desire to give up, think 100 times. Perhaps you just need to breathe out, drink some tea, and get back to work. When you start only, in this case, you have time, you have possibility, don't develop your thing. But if you comes to the end, finish it. And maybe when you will reread your thing, you find ways for do it better. So abandon projects is a bad practice. I want to relax in the evening. Let ideas live in my head. Yeah, drink beer, smoking. Don't disturb yourself. Someone else will implement them, your thoughts. Exist theory when one thing comes to two people on the earth. I only have 1 day a week free. In this case, please, 16 hours, work, move, develop your project. Maybe you will be millionaire, milliardaire. My relatives are against my aspirations. Outline your financial perspective. When your relative will see money while in the future, they are already, I think, stop disturb you. They give you time. Maybe you talent. Maybe you lucky man. It's not advisable to take long breaks from work. If this happens, accept it. It's possible when you return to creativity in a few weeks, your level will increase, and there will be new thoughts in your head. Of course, you will get freshness, and when you return to your desk, you can make big step. Fourth round comes to the end. It will not let me go. Situations when we dive highly, extremely deep. I don't have a solution, a vision. Here we talk about not main nodes or chapters. Here we have situations secondary plan, and sometimes such details torture you. Calm down, drink a glass of water. Typically, such problem appears of young people. In order to get rid of the feeling of understatement, work more closely on the project. After finishing work, you can easily let it go, because you will have nothing to add. Use paper, use memory of flash card in your camera for full expression. If something confuses and haunts you for weeks or months, then you need to review everything what has been done and make changes if it's really necessary. The danger in redoing a fragment after a long time is that you will make the work worse, since you have already lost all cause and effect relationships. You may simply forget something. If you really need it, you will have to dive back into work again. In the vast majority of cases, adjusting a project is harmful. In technical areas, edits can be justified. Sometimes they are necessary. In creativity, you will have to enter the same river a second time, which is almost impossible. You will not be able to return to your age and your previous worldviews because you became more adult with more experience. If you did something 5 years ago and then you want to return to your thing, prepare, you will redo everything. So, because your current level higher than before. I can do better. I will redo it, please. I wasn't paying enough attention. I found out what such a car had not yet been produced, and more and more and more, and if you return to your mistakes, they pick up together and kill you in the end. Creativity, this is not rocket launching with live people. If you know about your mistake, okay, don't talk about it to somebody. Experience was gained, new exploits await you. Don't return to your past life. Of course you can do better now, you have become more experienced. If you consider reworking as part of development, then edit as much as you want, but do not make correction the meaning of your creative life, otherwise there will be no movement forward. The author is always a little dissatisfied with what he has achieved. This is a typical condition of self-demand. You need to be able to finish a task, otherwise your projects will drive you crazy. Maybe you listen about people who they write their novels 5 years, 10 years, all their lives, and cannot come to finish, and readers don't know what beautiful was his plot or her plot. So, critics accepted, money was given, experience was gained, new exploits await you. Don't return to your small mistakes. A story continues to live in my head. And here, set of different situations. Sometimes you really like the theme you find. It can be interesting, relatively easy, and at the same time has good potential for development. If you believe in success or already see it, then you need to continue. Don't make the mistake of starting your search for a new concept. If you receive positive reviews, create and develop your own universe. And you will create another universe immediately after the first. You will already have your own audience, and the process of penetration in the heads of your fans will be much easier. First example, George Lucas, Star Wars. Many years, 3 decades, he created in one direction, have money and get enjoy. If you have firmly decided to close some direction, but thoughts continue to run around your skull and interfere with your life, then find time for analysis. Convince yourself that your action is correct. Experiences and emotions during work are absolutely natural. Worrying after everything is done is counterproductive. Get the old stuff out of your head. Your current time is more valuable than the things you did early. And in the end, if you can't forget something, make a sequel. I have already rewritten it 10 times. What should I do? You enjoy self-torture, right? Let me start all over again. I'll definitely do better. Of course you do better. Only in practice, the benefit of this is extremely small. Do new work. I think about the project all the time. I am crazy? Hardly. Extremely hard physical labor will help you. Marathon, yoga, pump muscles. While working on the project, do not leave any weak points. What you don't like should be fixed. Learn to complete the work not only on paper, but also in your head. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to realize yourself in creativity. Next part is bonuses and other carrots. Goods are the prizes. Excuse me for my vocabulary, but at the current time I don't live in English-speaking country, so around me people who talk with me in Russian, not in English, and sometimes I can't remember what I need. Name, circulation, recognition, pleasure part, fans, copycats, interviews, tours. Here we see about our purpose, real purpose, yeah? Name. If you need money, then it makes sense to try to do business. Creativity and wealth are far from synonyms. But in creativity, you can reach a level from which money will not matter, including for those who will buy your work, your things. They will want you simply because you exist. The author is trying not only to do something, but also to perpetuate his name, and during his lifetime to gain fame and recognition from critics and colleagues. The latter can only be achieved if you really are awesome. Recognition gives you freedom, because whatever you do will attract attention from the public. The main thing is not to drop work quality, otherwise you will get oblivion instead of glory. Don't drop work quality. Take feedbacks. Search feedbacks. If you will write, maybe I give my feedbacks for you. Maybe. Lifestyle. I work when I want. Vacation at any time. No bosses. There are no subordinates. Except yourself. Pluses. Only pluses. Freedom of choice will require power from you. Beautiful words. Choose a job you like and you will not have to work a single day. You will have to work one way or another because only inspiration will not get you success. However, a flexible schedule makes you feel more comfortable. If you feel that the process has stalled, you can go for a walk or sleep in the middle of the week. How much such a choice costs in modern society? Despite the significant advantages, other people forced to work for hire, you will have your own obstacles and temptations. You can live without a routine, you can fall into mania, you can go to the island for a year or more. A contract disciplines a person. Not everyone can withstand absolute freedom. The level of self-discipline of a creative person must be much higher than hired one. Otherwise, you can lose the freedom. Maybe now I talk you said words, but it's true. Self-discipline. Only self-discipline help you be free man. Pay me. I suffered so much. I had insomnia, headaches, nervous overstrain, red eyes, like NPC in Elden Ring Part 3. There were Black Knight were with red eyes. In the US, similar to them. Does it make sense to become a screenwriter? Yes, if you really love movies. Does it make sense to be a game designer? Yes, if you like to play computer games. Only involvement and fanatism give the quality. If I love books, if I love read, I became writer. If you see the result is worthy of payment, you can demand it. Be tactful, especially if this is your first job. If a buyer sees the level, she will not leave you without a livelihood, as she will expect to receive new things from you. So, if people will see your talent, they give you money. Think about quality. Move toward a special payment terms gradually. When you have developed a portfolio, the money will come. In a hard market, evaluate yourself soberly. I know paid work gives stability. You know paid work gives stability. Under capitalism, it doesn't. You can lose your job for 5 minutes. Who needs my drawing skills? The ability to draw well cannot be solved by itself, but project execution skills are expensive. For example, when you're part of team which create computer game and you are designer, maybe your role not big, but you was inside the team all time. Such example, I'm sure, increase your volume on the market. I'm disappointed with the level of payment. Hire agent. Sometimes this is only one right way for develop your career. Usually you haven't relations and you can't sell your thing. So the money in creative work is an important but far from primary thing. In addition to money, you get skill, experience, freedom of expression, flexible schedule, name, recognition. Business give you only money. Creating and devoting time to your own ideas is a luxury. And remember, your skill remains with you forever. And in the end, we talk about how much can you achieve in a year in your life. How do people get so much done? What about answer? They sleep little and move a lot. They are gifted and persistent. They can sell themselves. Money is energy. They became a brand and hire assistants. So when they became a brand, they have money and hire assistants and create more. For writer, of course, many assistants it's harmful, but for any branch useful. Forget about achievements other people. Enjoy your work. If all works of a middle-level master are collected together by the end of his life, the result will be a huge volume. At the same time, only one or two things can have cultural significance. The great masters have a greater legacy both in terms of the list of works and in terms of their influence on consciousness. Don't get hung up on the achievements of others. Some people take it in quantity, others in quality. The flow of orders feeds you. Quality takes you to a new stage of development. If you manage to become pro or famous person, then your volume will depend on your productivity multiplied by greed. And at the same time, you will receive satisfaction from your own development and your own achievements. A creative person's career lasts 50-60 years. If pauses in work were infrequent, then ideally each writer can put his 20 volumes of essays on the shelf. 20 volumes. A prolific painter may well have up to 100 known paintings, plus commercial orders, experiments and sketches, about 1,000. In fact, focusing on volumes is wrong. What matters more is the concept, the presentation, and the force of impact. So, forget about other people. You have own way of development. I only had one idea, no more. I am really mediocre. I don't know what else I should do. Typically for early stage of your career. Will I really not have anything new? I found the groove, but now I am doing things what are already boring. If you remember about modern writer who created the universe, they don't throw out such directions. Harry Potter and for example a story about Iron Throne, Thin Ice and Fire. George Martin. Don't fear. If you have one good idea, you have another. Actually, I am not very talented. Just a thought occurred to me one day, thought some person. Since ideas rarely come to me, I began to think about how to implement it, and I reached the final results. It wasn't easy, but it was grit. If you once went all the way from an idea to finished project, rest assured, you will be able to continue creating. Yes, maybe you will not always be able to give birth to masterpieces, but you can be sure what your brain will delight you new insights more than once. So, if you had already give you something interest, your head give you again and again. You must have only mood for your new inventions. And I still want to ski. I am very free person. I need very richy. I don't deny myself anything. I have 6 days off a week. Don't think what some princes have a 6 days off a week. Looking at the success of others, it may seem to you what people for the glory in art simply torture and torment themselves every hour. If things were really bad in the creative environment, then no one would want to be here. Yes, without rigor and restrictions nothing comes to light, and in each specific case a person decides for himself whether the goal justifies the means or not. But everyone sleeps, eats and rests. Make it a habit to take a long break from creativity after finishing a big work. The pause can be from 2 weeks to 2 months. For such time you will have time for your rest. And sometimes your rest may be too long for common people. Don't worry, you will be skiing, rollerblading, skating, canoeing, catamaraning, and riding different types of animals. You will definitely need to recuperate after intellectual work. You will have time to do everything. You can't create constantly. You will have free time. So, return to writers. I think 20 books is a good result for your life. If you can do more than 20 books, it means your life was extremely silk, extremely glide, and but usually all people have stress in their lives, so but you must start with one book. Slide conclusion. Excuse me. Objections. Some objections. Why are genius? I'm not. How do you know you are not genius? Understand this issue. Is it possible to work only 2 hours a day? In hobby or pilot project mode, this is acceptable. But as we talked with you, your typical time per day 4 hours. I like to read and watch. I haven't a desire to create. In this case, maybe you will critic or agent So we give our slide conclusion. You can't know how much you will be able to do in your life. It's necessary to think about the volume of current work, but making plans to write 100 novels is harmful. The feeling of an overwhelming burden can simply crush you. In creativity, you cannot be heavy and hard as a brick. Breathe, live now. Rejoice at new thoughts and new achievements. Love the process itself. Get satisfaction from growing your abilities and skills. So, get positive emotions from your hobby or from your creativity. If you will get enjoy, you will work many years ago. Conclusion of the lecture. In order for the work to take on a finished form, you need to take it for efforts and polish it. You need to be mentally prepared for the process of bringing your work to a form in which your thoughts put on paper or canvas could be sold. End of the game when your money comes to your account. After completing the main stage of work before checking, take a break of 2 days. 3 days, okay. A break will allow you to rest and transform from a creator to a critic. Polish your thing before show it and other people. In this case, you don't feel shame for your mistakes. After completion and delivery your work, a rest from 2 weeks to 2 months is possible, depending on a workload what has fallen on you. So rest help you take longevity. If you had hard work, for example, 3 months, in this case, rest 2 weeks enough. If you created something unique and work continuous 1 year, in this case 2 months, you can rest, must rest. In another case, 2 months you don't create something new. You can spend time in your garden, cut off spriggles, for example. So, basic material comes to the end. I have 4th lecture for writers and screenwriters. If you wish, I think you can find the lecture on my channel. Thank you for attention. I think I was useful for you. Look, small cartoon. Great. For me, it's first experience when I read lecture in English, so for me new senses, new informations too. The conclusion of the course. It's undesirable to create for more than 4 hours a day under intense intellectual stress. This will sooner or later lead to exhaustion of internal strength and apathy. You should not rest more than 2 days a week while you are gaining volume, and for more than 2 months after completing the project. Try to live as full a life as possible. Do not limit yourself only with creativity. Find your own balance between work and rest. Your task is to ensure for yourself creative longevity. Thank you. Good luck and goodbye.